Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Monday morning mastermind call, where this call is for all of you and for us. It's not the Mike and Brenda show, as I've said before. We learn so much from all of you, and a rising tide lifts all ships. So we come together on Monday mornings to get the week started off right. And we look forward to this call, I think, as much as you do. So with that, we always like to start off with the wins. Anybody have any wins for Mailbox Power that they want to share this week?
I'll go again.
All right. Awesome. I like it.
So I was on a call a while ago with some other fellow insurance agents, and they're using the other system. But what their one guy says is to really get a hold of someone that you really want to get a hold of is make a card that's all about them, their pictures, their logo, everything from their LinkedIn, their Facebook, just to send it to them. So I did that with a real estate agent I met recently, who was talking about maybe doing a lunch and learn. So I just sent them, hey, it was a nice to meet you, not your typical nice to meet you card, all things about them, pictures and stuff, and got a lunch and learn set up with them.
Awesome. Yes, that's a really good point, Brian. And we all need to be doing that. The more you make it about the client and less you make it about you, the more you're going to win, all the time. And so you were directed properly. Generally, when I see clients that are using Mailbox Power that are not getting the success that other people are, it's because they're not making it about the customer. They're making it about them and all their certifications and why they're so awesome and that people should use them. They really don't care. They want to know how you are going to help them, how you are going to solve their problems and their needs. And yes, your certifications, your trainings help that, but you don't need to tell them that. You just need to show them how you've been doing this for a very long time and how you can solve their needs. And I'll tell you, when you send coffee mugs or coasters or something personalized, a water bottle with their logo and their name on it, it makes all the difference in the world, because they're like, oh my God, how'd you do that? I want to do that for my clients. And generally they're going to come back to you and say, I want to send the exact same thing you sent me to my clients. And I'm like, did I send you a coffee mug with my logo on it? And they're like, no, it was mine. Exactly. You want to send something that's going to appeal to your prospective client or your client. And FYI, many people do that one-off and they think they have to do them one at a time. The beauty of our system, thank you, Alan. Alan's like, no, you don't. You use the merge fields. Go use the image merge field for their profile image and their logo and their profile pic. And it will put on the coffee mug. You could say, you're awesome. And you put their picture and their logo and you put their name at the bottom. Or you can even use merge field 1, because I know Cindy does this, and I know she does them one-off, I think. But she does something about, oh, I don't remember. Lulu, do you know what I'm talking about? The coffee mugs that Cindy does, that says you're too awesome to be called a real estate agent, or you're too I can't remember the phrase she uses, but you're too awesome to just be called a merge field 1, a real estate agent, an insurance agent, whatever, right. And use that merge field and then use their image from their profile and their logo, and it's all done automatically. It's not this one-off thing. So when you're meeting with businesses, this is a good learning tool, because Brian said somebody told him that uses a different system, make it all about them. I don't know of another system that will automate all of that, putting that all on there. They all have to go and hand do it, which takes time. And most business owners don't have time. Lulu.
I wanted to add, making it all about them. Really make it all about them. And especially now as the holidays are coming, when we're thanking our customers and whatnot, please, please, please tell your people, don't put your referrals are the best thing you can do for me, like all of that kind of thing.
That is so true, Lulu.
It negates the message.
It sure does. I had a perfect example is I had a chiropractor that was using our system and loved the system, sent gifts, sent cards, sent birthday cards. And then at the holidays, she would not use us. She would go have cards printed and have coupons put in the cards for the holiday cards saying, you know, my gift to you is to give these certificates to friends so that they can be better. I'm like, this is not a Christmas card. It's not a happy holidays card. It's a marketing card. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
please,
don't
please,
do it.
please don't do that. For the birthday, if you are a hair salon, if you are an insurance agent, if you are somebody that profits from birthdays, please, please, please don't be that card that says, I want to be the first to wish you happy birthday. And oh, by the way, you might want to talk to me before your birthday so that we can get you better insurance rates. Or the hair salon, here's 25% off to get your hair colored for your birthday. No.
It's terrible. It's just, it's so tacky.
Yes, exactly, Brian. Do both.
And it used to be okay. I think that was like an old marketing thing, but it does not
anymore.
It doesn't work well anymore. It doesn't sit well anymore.
And now extend that concept to t-shirts and polo shirts when Mailbox Power introduces them. Hello.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And the nice thing about an insurance or anything like that is you could send something out 45 days or 60 days before the birthday and say, you know, before your next birthday, we might want to sit down and evaluate your needs, and then send a birthday card. A hair salon, send a coupon if it's 25% off before the birthday to say, get beautiful for your birthday, and then send them a birthday card. Or better yet, send them a free haircut for their birthday. Give them a free haircut. If it's free, it's a gift. If it's not free, if it's a coupon, please don't do it.
Yeah.
Any
pet peeve of mine.
Do you have a video of
peeve
this?
Of mine too. Alan?
Do you have a video of that you just said in the last 15 seconds?
Of please don't do it?
Well, okay, maybe the last 30 seconds.
I believe I have a YouTube video that talks about that, but it's going to be an older one. So maybe I need to do a new one. So I will write that note to do. Whoops.
Thank you for hosting this.
Don't do video B-Day. Okay. And insurance, hair, etc. All right. I will do an updated one.
So I have kind of a win.
Awesome.
So remember that picture that I sent of the nonprofit whose sales went up and said hats off to Irma and Mailbox Power?
Yep.
Well, she was at an appreciation luncheon I was at, and the host said, does anybody want to thank any of the speakers? I'm one of the speakers for this organization. And she stood up and she said that she got a grant. She hired me to do some stuff. She started using my system, and she said, and my sales or my donations within 2 months or whatever went up 200%, and people went woo, woo, woo. And she said, oh, but that wasn't good enough for Irma. She said, then they went up like 3,000%. I forget what the number was, but there were like 20, 25 people in that room.
Nice.
So they're not all nonprofits, but I'm hoping to get some business from that. And I sent her a thing saying, can you tell me, I mean, I kind of told her how to use it, to send pictures, after they donate, thank you, and look at what you've done. But I don't know exactly what they're doing. So I said, would you share with me? And then I could share with all you guys.
Awesome. I appreciate that, Irma. And the other thing you could do is if you were a speaker at that event, since she got up and talked about you, you could go back and ask her if she has the mailing addresses that everybody attended, and then send a thank you to everybody that attended the event.
Nice.
Oh, it wasn't her event.
Oh, okay.
She was just another guest at the event.
Okay, but you said that whoever the head of the event was said, if anybody wants to get up and talk about the speakers.
Yeah, right.
Go back to the person who put the event on.
Okay.
And ask them
if
they have the mailing addresses of everybody that was in that room. And now you just blew them away. They already heard the testimonial.
Right.
And now you're sending them something in the mail.
You know what? That's a great idea. Yeah, I'll reach out to him and see if he'll share that with me.
Yeah, so I have a win that I will share. I'm just going to play. You won't be able to see it, but I'm going to play the video and you'll be able to hear it. So where did my library go? Hold on. Albums, videos. So last Thursday at my BNI, I've been trying to get testimonials, and I am trying to capture video testimonials because those can go on your website, or you can use them that are specifically for you versus the system. So I'm going to play one because this is one of the biggest wins I have seen in a long time, and I just want you to hear it. So hold on. Whoops. Let me make sure that we have volume.
Fiona DeLessio, Vice President of
Oh, wait a
Elevated
minute.
Insurance Team.
Let me
wanted to
get
give a
back
shout
to.
out I'm Fiona DeLessio, Vice President of Elevated Insurance Team. I wanted to give a shout out to Brenda Sanchez of Life's Real Currency. We had a non-compete, and when that was up, Brenda took the time to design our postcards and get those postcards out to our previous clients. Because of her help, we were able to double our written premium for the month of September. And we have written even more for the month of October because those postcards went out and people are still looking at them and still giving us a call. So thank you so much, Brenda.
Nice.
And then I got this one.
This is Mike Pfeiffer here. Just wanted to give a real quick shout out to my friends over at Life's Real Currency. Brenda and Mike are incredible to work with, and they truly understand gratitude marketing. And if you don't know what gratitude marketing means, you need to go and ask them. You want your customers to understand that you care about their business and you want them to feel the love. They have a wonderful ways to do that through personalized gifts, cards, ways of recognizing them through the year where they're getting noticed and feeling gratitude from them throughout the year in times when they aren't expecting it, not just at the point of sale or at happy birthday times or at Christmas, but on the random times when they get a half birthday card and things like that. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Brenda and Mike and Life's Real Currency.
So I got those two, and notice what Mike said at the end. Outside the normal birthday, Christmas, people don't understand that their clients are expecting to hear from them this time of year. And if you don't reach out,
You got a problem.
you are missing out on a huge opportunity, and you are opening the door for your competition to walk in.
Right. Hey, do you have a copy of the postcard that you sent for the insurance people? It sounds like it was very powerful.
I custom designed that. They paid me to custom design that. If there are, as Mike and I have said, we do custom designs. I don't share those with others because I want it to be a unique. I tweak it always so that it's unique to each
Right.
individual. If it was a generic like the holiday card, then yes, I'd be glad to share that. But when somebody's paid me to design a card or a postcard, I'm not just going to share that in the group.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
It's
Yeah.
your intellectual property, Brenda.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly. So if people are looking, there's a testimonial. If you have insurance agents that maybe had a non-compete and or maybe want to reach out to their past clients, this was specifically a non-compete. It's a new brokerage that stood up. They had a non-compete for, I believe it was a year. It was either a year or 2 years, and they could not. They were with a oh, Brian, help me. I know the word, but it's not in my head. They were what's
A
it called?
captive agent? Or with
Captive. Thank you.
Yeah.
They were a captive agent and they didn't want to be a captive agent anymore. So they had to wait. It was either a year or 2 years, and then they could reach out to their past clients. And so it was designed for that. But we design postcards and cards for businesses all the time to help them with whatever the messages they're trying to get out. So if you have a need, you're watching this as a replay, or you have a client that has that need and you do not want to fill that need, you don't know how to fill that need, we'd be glad to help with that. Just reach out to us, and if you want to be a part of the process, you can. If you just want to hand them off, you can also just do an introduction to Mike and I. So
What do you charge for that?
Irma, it really depends on the job. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you the standard prices, approximate. But if somebody comes to me with, they already know what they want to say. Like I just had a chiropractor that wanted to reach out for Thanksgiving, his patient appreciation. He sent me all the verbiage. He sent me the pictures. So all I have to do is go make it pretty and put it together in the system. That's $100.
Okay.
If I have to go find images, or I have to get creative and figure out, and I've had like a cybersecurity, I had to go out and research and see what other people are doing in the industry. And I had to find images, and then I had to put the postcard together without much verbiage from them. That's $200 or more.
Okay.
As a flat fee, right?
I let them know, I said $200 or more. Because it depends on how complicated, and if I have to buy images, well, I'm not just going to eat that cost.
Of course.
Sometimes I will, if it's something that will be used over and over again. If I feel like the image is something that I can use a lot, then I don't necessarily pass that on to the customer.
Understood. I spent 35 years working for lawyers.
Yep. So the $100 though is if you come to me, like I've had travel agents, you can see that on our website. She brings me all of the copy. We came up with a template. I charged her one time a bigger fee for the template. And then each month she sends me the copy for it. Now, sometimes I have to tweak it because she sends me too much or not enough, but that is generally around $100.
Okay.
If I have to do more than that, you're talking 200 or more.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
What you
And-
can do also is you have the $100 and you say that includes 2 revisions or just one
Yes,
revision or whatever.
exactly.
And after
Yep.
that, each revision is going to be $25, $50, whatever it is.
And Mike, thankfully, knock on wood, I have only had 1 or 2 clients where after the 3rd revision, like that they're like very picky and on. So I haven't had to do that yet. Because I've been lucky that generally what we come up with, people like with very few tweaks. So
Had no clue how to do.
what? Yeah, and they had no
And-
clue how to do exactly. So
Well, the other thing you can do is for everybody that's not as creative and knows how to put everything together, get on Fiverr and find a graphic artist that you can go to all the time. It might take you a little bit of time, to
Yep.
find the right, those are then what you can do is pay them $15 or whatever it is, and you charge $100.
yep,
Be
exactly.
careful, make sure they speak our language.
I was going to say that's been the challenge with Fiverr. I have used Fiverr in the past a few times, but usually some things are great and other things, especially when it comes to postcard marketing or something like that, unless you've seen that they do a lot of postcard marketing in your niche, and unless you give them the exact specs and tell them to leave room for first name, because most don't plan for the personalization. I've worked with franchises, and almost every time I say, you need to leave room so that we can personalize it. And they don't. They take up every square inch of the postcard, and then we have to go back and try to tweak it. So there are some advantages to using Fiverr for sure, for basic stuff. But I would
I would also make sure that they're highly rated.
Yep.
That because there's ratings for them, and make sure they have a lot of reviews.
Yep.
And do give them very good detail. I've had great success doing PowerPoints with them.
I've
And
never
usually you
tried
can
to
go
do
back,
PowerPoints that way.
yeah, and you can
They're
go back,
great.
yeah, you can go back, once you find somebody that's good, just keep going back to them.
Yeah, keep using the same, train
I have-
somebody.
I have a
Yeah.
good guy for PowerPoints. If you need them, just let me know. I'll give you his
Okay.
name. I always go back to him.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
put them in the
chat
Facebook
or
you can
in
put 'em in the chat.
Facebook, yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of traveling now, so if I forget, just somebody remind me.
Okay. Suzanne,
Yes, good morning.
good morning.
Talking about design and so forth, the group that I sing with, we call ourselves the Joy Band, and we need a new logo. And I'm wondering, do you have any suggestions as to where we could go to get a logo, to have somebody design something for us?
So again, you can go through Fiverr,
Mhm.
or I have other resources. It depends on how much you're willing to spend, Suzanne. If you
Okay.
really want a good logo that will make you stand out, I would use an actual graphic designer that
Okay.
has been around for a long time. Yeah, great work ethic at about $10 an hour. Exactly, Alan. And sometimes you can find great graphic artists that are from the Philippines. But again, like Mike said, it might take some time to find the person that speaks really good English and vibes, I don't know the better way to say it, but vibes with you and understands
Mhm.
what you are trying to accomplish.
Well, the other thing
Okay.
too is that don't work just with the graphic artist. If you got copy,
Yep.
combine them together, find somebody that's good at writing copy.
Yep. Exactly.
And then you just go ahead and that way you get the copy, send it over to the graphic artist, and then they'll go ahead and set it.
Yep.
Okay. Great.
And
Thank you.
and Alan, you're exactly right. VAs in the US are 2 to 3 times more than the Filipinos in that. And if you get the right one, it can be amazing. I mean, for $10 an hour, you can get a lot of work done, but sometimes it takes going through 2, 3, 4, 5 VAs or graphic people to find the right person. But like Mike said, once you find your person,
Stay with them.
stay with them. Yeah, once they've learned you and your language and and your business, stick with them. Unless
Yeah,
something
Brenda, for
happens
me-
and they go away.
For me, that US-based VA is going to be handling my bookkeeping to my tax prep. That
Yep.
I can't engage with a Filipino to do that.
No, you need somebody in your own. So when it comes to those type of things, I would use somebody in your own local area, because it's different in every state. When it comes to state taxes and state laws on all different kinds of business things. So definitely use, in my opinion, local, or somebody who is works with people across the US and is very familiar with tax law everywhere. Mike.
I've got a technical question. I've working with a company, and we've been doing this for quite a while, and what we came up with was setting up a weekly direct mail piece. So basically what they would do is they would purchase 5,000, it's a restaurant, and they'd purchase 5,000 names out of the Mailbox Power in the area. And what they want to do is they want to split that up into 650 pieces per week going out.
Yep.
And what I'm thinking is that we have to go into groups. I mean, what's your thoughts of setting that system up? Because once we go through it one time, here's all the, we put the dates and everything else when it expires, but then you have group 2 that goes out, group 3 so what this does is keep a consistent business coming his way instead of having one big event.
Exactly.
5,000 pieces. So
that's exactly what I've done for a lawyer here in Colorado Springs. Went in and bought a very big list. And then he told me how much he wants to mail each week. So we divided it into that size list. So you go in and you can do it by, depending on how you pulled the list, you can do it by zip code. You can just do A through D, or, divide the list into 4 or 5, however many lists you need to do. Now, something to think about though is, one, do you want, if I am the recipient, so the first list of, we'll say 500, 600 people, you said, are they going to get a postcard every week, or are they going to get a postcard once a month? And then the second week, there's 600, they get the same postcard the people the week before did. So you have 4 mailings. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have the same postcard for 4 mailings, but it drops on a weekly basis. And so people, what it does is he's looking for consistent business is what he's looking for.
But again, I'm going to ask, as if I am on that list, am I getting the postcard once a week, or am I getting it once a month?
Once a month. And then
so divide it in 4, and the first 600 go now, then schedule go in and add the next 600, the next group the following week, and they'll all go out when you add them. Then add the third group the third week, and the fourth group the fourth week. And now, if you had 12 of them in there, you've got marketing for 12 months, because you're only sending
in the automation, are you able to just have one automation to pull from group 1 and another, and then the same automation to pull from group 2?
Absolutely. So what you're going to do is, if he wants to start it today, you're going to add group 1 today. And the postcards are going to go out monthly. So you're going to build the automation that it goes out every 30 days. Okay. Week 1, you're going to add group A. Next week on Monday, you're going to go in, or you're going to teach them to go in. And now you're going to add group B to that same automation. So now group B is getting the first card right away. And group A has already gotten it, and it's a month before they get the next one.
Can we set it up where I don't have to go in every week?
No. You will have to, in order to set it up. I mean, you could do 4 different automations, but I would use one automation, and I would just go in and each week until you've got all 4 groups in, and then you don't have to do anything. It's just for 4 weeks that you'll have to manually add those groups. Otherwise, you duplicate the automation 4 times, and
Well, I think what we
automation
could
number
do-
2 says wait 30 days after adding somebody before you send it.
Well, I'm
Group 3 is going to say wait 60.
Yeah, he wants to be able to do it, put it once a month, do it the whole month. And so what I'm thinking is that you have one automation set up where it's immediately dropped, which is Group A. Group B, the automation is a separate automation, but on the drip schedule, you schedule it for 7 days
later.
7 days later, and then the 14
Yep.
days later, whatever it is. That way, he just has one time that he's setting it all up for the month or what have you. And then what I would,
No, so okay. He's
You
going
can
to
set
build
it up for the year.
Yeah,
if
you're
he's
going to
got
set it
12
up for the
cards,
year. You're
right?
not going to set it up for a month. It doesn't make any sense to set it up for a month.
well, yeah, but he doesn't know from month to month what he's wants to promote necessarily.
So this is exactly my travel agent. He needs to figure out the first 2 or 3 months.
Mhm.
Go in and build the automation. Month 1, 2, and 3 are in there. Or month 1 and 2 are in there. As long as before the last postcard or card goes out, he adds another one. He adds a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th. It will keep going. There is no sense in doing an automation
Sure.
for a
Sure,
one and done once
No,
a
I'm-
month thing.
Yeah, so we do it on a quarterly basis, and
Yeah.
he figures this what he wants to promote, whether it's a free soft drink, whatever it is that he wants to do. And all he wants to is get this out there and get more people through the front door. And
Yep.
so they're all coupon type,
The other thing you
postcards.
can do, Mike, is let's pick that first quarter. Okay. And he's got the first quarter set up. You can always duplicate that first quarter in the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. And you can always go in and tweak it. So the nice thing about having a whole year set up is if he wants to change it and he's like, you know what? Memorial Day is coming up and pizza is a big hit for Memorial Day or 4th of July, and he's got pizza. So I want to do a pizza. Just go in and change the postcard out. But if he doesn't go in and change the postcard out, he still has a year worth of stuff going out, because my experience has been business owners get busy and they don't remember. Like I had the travel agent, she called me up and said, oh, I forgot to get in and change some addresses and it already went. Can I stop it? No, because they don't remember to do those things. So you're better off setting them up for a year, even if it's just 3 postcards that are rotated over and over again. You're better off doing that and having the year and let them go in and tweak it if they have time than to try to run this. This is my experience working with business owners. You're better off having something set up long term, and if you need to tweak it, you tweak it. Does that make sense, Mike?
Sure.
Less
Yeah.
work for
Yeah,
you and the business owner.
I'm going to work with the concierge a little bit and really smooth it out.
Tim is fantastic, Mike.
Yeah. So we'll just kind of get that all pulled together. But that's the whole thing is, the one thing, the top thing I see with the system is the automation and being able to automate everything. And I know this is not a Rocket Notes deal, but have it go in with Rocket Notes, what have you. I'm publishing an article in LinkedIn. If you guys are interested in it, it's entitled "You're 2,000 cold calls away from being a millionaire."
I love it.
Well,
And so, and so what I'm doing is trying to promote the leverage of Mailbox Power, emails, everything. I
Yep.
mean, what's a cold call? A cold call could be a cold email. It could be anything, picking up the phone. You need to pick up the phone though. That's the whole thing. People don't want to pick up the phone,
Yep.
so, but anyway, okay,
Well,
I got a bolt here.
Yep,
So
I gotta run too, because I gotta go take care of grandkids. So thank you, everyone. I think this was a great call. I hope this was helpful. I do want to mention that the concierge, the bell, is for helping you if you already have your designs together to she'll help you. She works with you, not for you. So you don't ring the bell to have Kim do it for you. You ring the bell to have Kim look at what you did, or if you're struggling with how to put it together, to have her help you put the automation together and use the right type of automation. So just FYI, that is not a done for you service. It is a done with you service if you are an executive. So with that, I hope you all have an awesome week, and I look forward to hearing some more wins next week.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
Brenda.
Bye.